Hi, this is Danielle from Hello SEO, and I want to talk to you about my favorite topic, which is Google reviews and how they will actually make you more money. So now SEO is often a dirty word. Business owners are told they need it, but often they don't actually know what it is. And I bet you are all receiving spammy emails offering number one spots and link building and everything else in your inbox every day. Don't use a company that you don't already know or trust. And some of this you can do yourself. So let's get into it. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it basically means getting found with Google. Google is a search engine. You type in a query and Google will find you the answer. So in my area, if you type in SEO agency, hopefully my business will show up first in the map pack. And that is how I get more clients, by people finding me in the Google Map area. So how do Google reviews help with local SEO? So local SEO is getting found in that Google Map area. And it's where, for a local business, the local Google search is how most people should find you. But why should they call you and not your competitor? So as you can see in this Google Map area, it's about graphic design in New York City. Have a look and see who's got the reviews. The person in the number one spot does. They are likely to get more phone calls than the other two businesses in that local map area. So let's talk more about your Google My Business, or it's now called Google Business Profile. It was renamed at the start of 2022. So on average, a complete business profile will get a business 7 times more clicks than a profile that's not all filled out. According to the research data, businesses that constantly keep updating photos and their listings and adding Google posts will get 42% more direction requests in their Google Maps, and they will also get more click-throughs to their main website. And this is a big one. 85% of users trust online reviews more than a personal recommendation. So if you ask a friend, hey, who do you recommend? And they tell you, you will still likely to go and check up on them and actually read about them to make sure what you've been recommended is the right people to use. So reviews and why they matter so much. Google reviews are a main customer conversion factor. Reviews are also part of your local ranking factor, and this is something that we call CTR, which means click-through rate. Google is all about rewarding positive behavior. If a business is getting clicks, it means it must be popular, and it also means it must be the right answer when you ask a question. So let's go take a look at some reviews to show you what I mean. So if you were looking for a termite specialist, which termite company are you likely to call or get more information from? It's not the first people. And take a look. They've had 30 years in business, but they've got one review and it's a bad one. And then the other two companies, you can see they've got other reviews, and then it's up to you to see which one you will click on. So you might click on their website and make sure that they look trustworthy, or you like how their website is. So that is what I mean by Google reviews getting you more business. You will look more trustworthy and credible. And then you might have a situation like this where you've got 3 plumbers and they've all got reviews. But again, look at the guy at the top. He's got 256 reviews compared to 10 reviews and 7 reviews. You're more likely to go and look at his website first, see if you like the look of it, and then book a call. Or if you are after a plumber, there's something emergency going on, you're likely just to click on the Call Now button. You're going to see which company is rating the best, then you are more likely to go and click on the top rated one if you need someone in a hurry. And then if you were looking for a handyman and these three popped up in a search, I probably wouldn't contact any of them. I would do a different search. I would, change my search query until I found a handyman service that had more reviews or more trust before I would hire them or call them. So I might have your attention about reviews. So you've seen where reviews are, and you can see the number and why people would click through to the highest reviewed local business. But I want to show you something else. At the start of this year, Google had a big algorithm change. They renamed and they did a change in their algorithms, and it's all about local proximity and your local reputation when someone is searching. So if someone is in a certain area and they're looking for a certain business, Google is more likely to show you someone very close to you, and the business needs to have proof that they are the right business to suggest. So they're looking for brand names and reviews. Reviews have got even more important. So I did a search. I am in Queensland, Australia, and I did the best pizza near me. Have a look at the reviews that have come up. You've got 3 businesses and you can see the photos. So the photos are also in there, Google My Business. And look at the comments. We had a pizza carbonara, best pizza and pasta in the area. Best pizza we have tasted in ages, best pizza in Capalaba. Google is now pulling the keywords that you have typed in from reviews, and this is why these guys are showing for that search term. Best blonde hairdresser. If you are a blonde, you want to make sure that you go to a salon that specializes in blondes. Again, take a look at the comments. Best blonde specialist. My blonde highlights, best salon. So again, the reviews, they're pulling out comments that match the search query. Gas fitter near me. So a gas fitter is someone who does gas, hot water or gas stoves or gas barbecues. And they're usually a plumber as well. So a plumber and gas fitter is what we call them in Australia. Now, this is really cool because Bayside Gas Service, he hasn't got plumber or, gas fitter or anything as his category. His main category is appliance repair service. But someone has mentioned gas fitter in their review. The other guys, he's a plumbing and gas. Even though they've got reviews, none of them have got gas fitter in their review comments. So this guy, not even the right category, less reviews. He comes up at number 1 because someone has put that search term into one of the reviews. So I hope that is showing you why reviews are really important, because reviews and what is said in a review is now part of how you appear in the Google Maps. And I hope that has blown a couple of your minds, because it is now even more relevant to make sure not only are you getting reviews, the reviews need to say the right thing. So if you are not getting reviews and doing some suggested keywords for your clients to mention, you're leaving money on the table that your competitors are happily picking up and lining their own pockets with. So let's have a look at some more review stats. So I'll flip through these quickly. So 82% of consumers are reading reviews. Review ratings are the biggest driver of clicks in that Google Map area. Having reviews on your website just makes your business look more trustworthy. You can get really cool widgets or plugins that display your reviews. Average local business should have at least 39 reviews. The average consumer can spend up to nearly 14 minutes reading reviews before they make a decision. 48% of consumers will only look at reviews that are current. If you've got reviews from 5 years ago, they are no longer relevant. They don't matter. They are reading the latest reviews to see what's going on with your business at this time. They need to see at least 10 reviews before they will trust you. Having a 5-star rating will get you 39% more clicks from Google than if you've got a 1-star rating. The only reason you would click on a 1-star rating is to go look and see how bad these guys were and why did they get a 1-star review. And unfortunately, nearly 60% of businesses will receive a fake review at some stage. And fake reviews can absolutely decimate a business, especially if you're part of a targeted attack from a disgruntled employee or a competitor or even an upset client. You do not want to have a flurry of 1-star reviews to decimate your local rankings. So how are you getting more reviews from your customers? Are you praying that they will leave that review? I mean, Mrs. Jones said she would leave you a review, but will she actually do it? Maybe you're emailing your customers. Now, I don't know about you, but if I get an email and it might have an invoice attached and I've got to pay the invoice and then, leave you a review, I may not really want to. I hate paying bills. It's much nicer if you are sent something a little more personable, like sending a text message. And you're likely to get a better response from a text message. The best way to ask for a review is to ask them in person. And this is what I would call a perfect review. And perfect review is a company or brand that I own, and I hope that you will go and check it out. So if you ask them in person, you've just solved them a problem or you sold them a product that they've been after, and you checked that everything's okay, and you ask them there and then on the spot, hey, would you leave me a review? And you make it easy for them, you're going to get a much better review. And then if you're smart, and this is what I talk about later on in a different trainings that I do about reviews, make sure you get the right words in those reviews and they will be even stronger. So should you just get Google reviews? Now this is what we call this local search panel. If I see this in a desktop, you can see a business's details, and they are not always just showing their Google reviews. They will also show reviews from different places. Google is really curious about to see where a business name or brand is mentioned elsewhere online, and it will show reviews from elsewhere. So if you can't always get a Google review, you could get a Facebook recommendation, or if you're on product review, if you are on TripAdvisor, or any of the other different directories, your other reviews will also be shown. So Google is always going to be the first type of review you are after, but also get reviews from different places. It will make your brand and business be even stronger and more credible in Google's eyes. So what do you actually do with all these amazing reviews that you're getting? You let the reviews do the talking for you. No longer are we told, or no longer do we believe a business telling us how great they are. People are more likely, as we've just spoken about, is to trust reviews. So if you've been getting really great reviews from your clients, use them in your social media, use them on your paid advertising, put them on your website. Reviews will sell you more than if you try and convince a customer how good you are. Let your clients tell them how good you are. So the last part of, as we're getting down to the end of the Google review training or overview, is before you spend any money on expensive SEO or advertising, get a Google review process. Collect more reviews and make sure you put the right keywords in them. You will get a better return on your marketing spend if you look more trustworthy when people do see your ads. So if you are ready for more Google reviews, you need to go get them. They are free and they make you money. So if you would like to easily get more reviews, plus, as I've mentioned, I've got some secret tips and tricks, send me an email at hello@helloseo.com.au and I can get you started with getting more reviews for your business, which will lead to higher rankings, better customer conversions, and just generally protecting your brand and image online.